watched is a little older now. It's about a year and a half, going on 2 years older now. So the work that's been done up there has moved quite a ways beyond that. And to point out a few things to you as we're making our way up the road here. First of all, there's a team of 14 that work up here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
They do take off early on Friday, which is why we're going up now.
Good.
And of the team members, 2 of those are the grandsons, Caleb and Vaughn, that you met in the film.
Oh, nice.
And that means third generation family is now part of the Carbon Project. Pretty much following in Korchak's footsteps.
Great.
And if you notice from the face up here, going out toward the hand, you can start to see some curvature and some shaping up there, right?
Yeah.
And what you're seeing is the actual physical outline of the shape of his arm. We are probably less than a foot away, all the way out towards that hand, from what would be the final finished grade. Up over the tunnel, you notice there's a staircase up there. You might be able to make that out going down. That staircase leads down to several other benches further down the side of the mountain there, and going back again towards the tunnel, to the finger out there, where the scaffold is, that orange-colored scaffold, and that scaffold sits right smack at the very tip of his extended finger. Gives you some ideas of things to look for.
Yeah.
Back along from that scaffold back, down over here, we're beginning to carve out the rock for his thumb. Getting a lot of work done on the far side as well, because we're making this end around so it'll be visible from all different angles. And we're getting rock cut above the tunnel on the left side up there for his elbow, and also the back of the hand and the place down below the hand where the horse's mane is going to start to form. We have a kind of a timetable of what we're going to do and such, and the part of that timetable now is including working on crazy horse's hair. Because we do a carve down from the top of his head about 40 feet further down from up there, which will place us right at the cheekbone level. And that's where they carve in the waves and the hairs that would grate back alongside his head and blend into the rock farther back. Of course, off his inside too. Now, we don't have an absolute mark on the calendar yet as to when that's going to start, but we're getting closer and closer to being able to get that going. So, with the team and the tools that we're using up there now, one of the tools is called the diamond wire saw. And we have examples, and I'm going to show you that in more detail when we get up there. But that saw has literally replaced explosives. We have not had a blast from the mountains since Veterans Day of 2014.
Wow. That's
That
great.
saw has actually moved us 5 years farther ahead than where we'd be without it. And that's conservative. I would say probably more like 6 years, because some of the rock removal up there on the hand and also down along this area underneath his arm, it's almost to a point I could come to work through the weekend and see what it is.
Wow.
But today is my Monday. So what we did was painted the outline up there on the side of the mountain years ago to give guests a better idea of where that head would get to.
Yeah.
Those lines were painted are 3 feet wide.
Wow. His face is just beautiful.
Streaks
Oh.
you see coming down the side of the mountain
Yeah.
are the product of that saw.
Okay.
The saw does require water to cool it when it's being used. And then over here on the left is another feature that's one of the other sculptor's sons, and over here is where he takes the rock from the mountain, grind that into gravel, and then we use that for everything around here for wood.
Is this privately owned or of the families?
Owned by the Crazy Horse Memorial Foundation.
Foundation.
1,000 acres.
Whoa.
Over on the left now, you have a couple old buildings over here, what remained from the old original homestead. Now these go back to the days before Korchak was founded.
Oh,
Our family had lived in that at one time.
that's crazy.
And of course, one of the other reasons I like to have you watch the film, because I point out in the grass over here the famous
Oh, is that the one that went over the side?
Casimir's Joyride.
Yeah.
We call that the flying cat.
It is crazy that
Turn it in there, get it out.
Yeah.
So now you get a look at the far side of the arm and the mountain up here, which most people don't get to see if they don't take these tours. Because I want you to concentrate mainly on that scaffold and just around that immediate area up there. If you're looking right up at the hand here in the nosebleed section, the thin air.
Yeah. Oh, great.
So kind of give you a little bit of a lay of the land and describe a few of the things of what we use to do what we do. And unless you're starting to work on the head and the hair up here, what we had to do first of all was get a crane.
Yeah.
So, bought the biggest crane they make.
And it's huge.
And it's now in kind of storage position, but when it's ready to go, it'll just virtually stand itself up and then we put it up to work. We've already used it to haul some power up there and some equipment and tools up there.
Yeah.
And we've also used it to bring down about 65 tons of random loose rock from up on top. Because if you're going to start from someplace, you've got to have a place to start. So we had to clear out a spot. Right behind me is 108,000 pounds of concrete counterbalance weights for it.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So these are the, so that it doesn't fall over. That's what these are for?
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's stuff in
You got an arm out there picking up several tons, you better have several tons back here.
Back here. Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you take over.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Yeah.
Then we have to get another crane and put that crane back. So over here, a few things to point out. I like to use these pictures to kind of give you a timeline. So if we go back here to March of 2017, you can see where we had just really gotten started out here on this area right here. Now if you notice a difference in the grain surface up here, down along here, over here, this is all drill work, like these boreholes you see here.
Yeah.
And then with the saw, we started slicing in here, undercutting that section of rock. And then with this little guy right here, it's a chisel. It's got a blade on it about that big, very sharp edge. We chop that rock loose with that. And then Vaughn, right there.
Hello.
How's it going?
Great. We're admiring your work.
Oh, wait till you get out there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Get up
impressive.
close and personal with it.
Yeah. It's very
Hope you
good.
guys enjoy. Thanks for
Okay,
coming out.
thank you.
So and there you saw the guy running this in the front. If you lift that rock up, you have a claw on the end of the cable. Pick that rock up. And then we can swing this thing around and either dump it over the edge if that's okay. If it's not okay, then we load it in the back of a dump truck and we haul it off. And then back over here is the drilling machine that did the majority of all this drill work you see here. And all three of these machines are remote controlled.
Interesting.
So from March of 2017, we're going to jump over here to October 2018, about a year and a half time later. Here's our crane. And look at here. We've already begun to cut away the rock over here. Already blocked out the upper portion of his pinky finger. That's this area right here. This will be his ring finger. This will be his second finger. And this is his extended index finger. We've only gone back here to about where this knuckle is. And we've already started to round it off by cutting off the edges. Keep trimming away those edges until there's no more edges, and then you have a nice rounded smooth surface. And from October 2018 to spring to 2019 springtime, all three of the upper portions of those fingers have been now all sawed away. Down below here, this is where the horse's mane, if this was the hand done, the horse's mane is going to come up from underneath and provide the support for the back of the hand and the hand itself. See, the rule is that the mountain's got to support the mountain, so we always work from the top down. Korchak once said, you don't want to take off something you might have to stand on later. Pretty smart man. So here you have basically about 2 years of time from that to this. That's pretty phenomenal work.
Oh, yeah.
Majority of that, again, the benefit of the saw.
And just these two again of the
That's
architects.
Korchak and
Yeah.
Ruth.
I saw
Husband
that
and wife,
he
yeah.
originally she was like 12 or 14 or whatever when they first met, but then later they married. He was 40. How old was she?
She was 18 years younger.
She was 18 years old.
She's
Okay, so she was
28.
okay.
27, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got married on Thanksgiving Day, 1950.
Okay.
My parents were part of the wedding.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a charming story.
It is a charming story.
Yeah.
I love to tell it because that's one of the reasons that I'm here now, because I just really fell in love with it as a kid. This is a little crane right here, you see, also remote control.
Yeah. Nope.
And remote control meaning it's run by a computer?
No, it's run by an operator with a joystick control box.
Oh, I see.
This kind of had to take the place of the big red one you saw being used because that big red one pretty much ran out of room. Its footprint is too large to work in a small, narrow area like the arm is, so you get a smaller crane to do the job.
Yeah.
This thing got an incredible lifting capacity to it.
To look this company up.
Yeah.
And it
So
goes.
what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to make our way out of the arm, and I'm going to give you some good advice. I hope you follow it, okay?
Yeah.
Let's keep our eyes focused straight ahead as we walk out there a little ways, okay? Don't look back, don't look over, don't look up, don't look down, but straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
You'll understand why I say that in
Yeah.
just a couple minutes.
The goat's right there if anybody wants to see him.
There's the goat.
He's standing there looking at us.
There's the goat.
You know, I don't see the goat. Oh, there he is.
Down there with the platform mounted on it now.
Oh, he's moving now. Wonderful.
All right, well, let's make our little way out here because
This looks like fairly new equipment, huh?
it's almost new. Yeah, it's probably about a year old.
Still has most of its paint.
So what we're doing, folks, is walking out onto a 263-foot long arm. Now the gesture of him pointing on over the horse's head comes from Korchak's interpretation of a quote. It's Crazy Horse spoke at Camp Robinson in Nebraska. As he and his people were coming in from the Red Cloud Agency into the fort itself, somebody from the crowd yelled out, "Where are your lands now, Crazy Horse?" Because those people knew what the plan was, that they were going to arrest him. Crazy Horse replied, "My lands are where my dead lie buried." And he pointed out over the horse's head.
Beautiful Micah. That's Mike. I'll catch him later.
Now you can look over here, because they've already put fencing up, I see down here on that level.
Don't look.
No, good. I hate to tell you this, but it's a long walk back. Don't make me stop this. Don't make me stop this tour.
Okay.
Eyes straight.
I remember that. I'm sure about the morning.
Well, it's easy to do, I imagine, when it's the first time. And you'll see why I said that now. Just a minute. Here is where you stop and get the full impact.
Holy cow.
87.5 feet.
Oh,
CG or local center, can you do it 10 minutes?
That face is absolutely finished.
it's stunning too. It's just
To carve away the hair.
Holy cow.
It's 87.5 feet. Rush horse faces are 60 feet. Our plan is, again, for another stage, will be put a feather in
oh
what we understand from what has been passed down through generations was that Crazy Horse only wore a single feather. So based on that information, Korchak decided to build the feather up from rock form behind the head. That feather will be 44 feet tall, 11 4-foot sections. And when that is done, that feather will measure exactly half the elevation.
a rock feather.
So I mentioned over here, this is interesting to see. Because, we have now, you see that straight edge coming back from that corner out here? You see the little black edge of it there? And it comes back a little farther over here to the ladder. All of that rock that you see there had another extension going out about 3 or 4 feet just last week. So with the
This is
saw,
all they've done.
we have sawed all of that off.
And this is where's the saw? Is
I'll show you.
Yeah.
Now over here, you see this nice kind of a smoother, more gradually contoured shape? This is a torch. Saw a quick shot of the torch in the film. Right? The torch
Okay.
is used to smooth the rock away because what it does, it has a temperature of 3,300 degrees, and it is powered by compressed air, oxygen, propane, and diesel fuel. And that creates the flame that shaves the rock away. And that's exactly how we finished every single detail on that face you're looking at here. That is what we call finishing grade. Done. So we're actually rounding off this portion of his elbow right now. And down there where that fencing is new just this week. So my belief is what they'll be doing here is cutting away some more rock out there later on. Bring that back in further because that's going to round off the remaining portion of this elbow. Now, we're here.
Holy cow, look at the size.
That's a mountain from the side over there. What you saw up here kind of look like this. All right, the inside of his arm, one over here. And those are saws.
Those are the saws.
5 of those we have.
I thought they were
This is the about every inch down the length of this cable is the industrial bead. And these act like the teeth of a saw.
Yeah.
Drawn through boreholes by these machines here. They'll feed that cable down through and back up through, and you can see this one down here is set up now. It's already making a cut. Get a better look at that when we get a little further out there. See how the cable is strung? Up through those pulleys and down into the rock. And then it comes out farther down again. That's the hook. And that's what pulls this through. This travels at the rate of speed about 80 feet per second.
What's it made of?
That's called the diamond wire.
It's made of diamond in there?
Industrial.
Man-made.
They will repurpose those. They can take them out and redo them.
Clean them up and sell them for engagement rings.
Yeah, in Las Vegas. But all this rock you see down here is what's left of what was taken away from up here within the past year. On the inside of the arm, where that rounded section is out there, is part of this area right down here. And the thumb area, or the as well. But it's nice to see they've got that saw set up. It wasn't there the other day. You move those things around, just wheel them out and put them in place.
And then you said they have like a
Yeah, we'll just walk around and around there. Like you saw a log down and we probably narrowed this arm down about as far as we're going to go narrowing it. But then we're going to have to start rounding it out eventually. But that's not right away, but that's an important part of the process. Underneath this gravel that we're walking is granite, just as smooth as what you see over the edge here. We put the gravel down here to allow machinery to drive back and forth out here
Oh, wow.
without damaging it, and also to help protect it from weather, winter weather.
white.
That saw screws out. And here we are.
There's that table you were talking about inside.
Back over here. Down into the machine. Back in here where it's going through. We saw that. Coming out of here. Back down in. So they can string that table as far as they want to.
And that's the cutter.
That is the cutter. That thing's running its own.
That's fairly new technology.
Yes, it is. Yes, about 5.5, 6 years now. But not in the masonry industry, quarry industry, marble. knuckle to tip will be 30 feet long. You can see out here, in front of us, immediately in front, once again, torch work. See that? See the transition from the smooth flat cuts with the saw? And we're already starting to round off some of the knuckle down here. You see the edges off. And the saw cuts and it gives that edge like this. Well, then we cut that edge off, and that's how we round this down. That is all done with a torch.
You see torch? Is it
Down
like
along
fire?
the finger.
Like a fire torch?
Yeah, like a supersized blowtorch.
Blowtorch. Oh, wow.
Yeah. In the film, you saw them using one of the long boom. You got two of those. That's a handheld. Down along the finger. Look at the tip of the finger back toward us. You see the change in the texture? Already around the tip of the finger. That is completely torched. Back up along this side of the finger now. We torch back toward. Okay. Now, of course, I told you about the diamond wire saw. You want to meet his brother? Well, I see that it's down a little lower right now. Look at the slice marks on the side. That framework you see setting up there is what we call a rail saw. Underneath that orange-colored hood is a 32-inch diameter blade. That blade is all remote controlled again. Every one of these little notches that you see, and every one of these slices you see was just done with this thing just within the past few days. You ever had a spiral sliced ham?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, we're using a king-size version of spiral slicing.
Deli slicer.
Yep, you got it, exactly, yeah, precisely. And that is how we can cut down to within fractions of an inch of what would be the absolute finished surface. Now, as close as we are right there, just imagine we take that torch and just whisk
Melt the flour off.
those irregularities out of there and it'll be done. I mean, I'm projecting here as to how this is done. That is almost brand new to us. We didn't have that saw here about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And now, a 32-inch diameter blade right underneath that hood. We also are going to get a 64-inch blade. Now, a 32-inch diameter blade can make a 16-inch cut. That's how deep as it'll go. So a 64-inch blade
32-inch
can make a
cut.
34-inch cut.
34-inch cut, yeah.
I'm 32, excuse me.
Okay.
Because that's half the diameter of the blade.
Is this cameras or what's on this scaffolding there?
Those are cameras, those are security cameras.
Security cameras.
Yes, we do. I mentioned the torch, right? Yes. There's our remote control. See the nozzle on the end of it?
Oh yeah.
That nozzle, we have several of them that have different apertures in them. So we can adjust the flame from a spread, you know, like a 4-inch paintbrush, so to speak, down to a pinpoint, like point band if we wanted to. So we can adjust the size of the flame to suit what we want to do. That's how we created the opening between his upper and lower lips, bags under his eyes, his eyebrows, too.
Holy cow. That must have been a job getting that equipment up there.
Well, this was before we had that. This is all new. That was all done by hand. They
I
hung
see.
they hung from the top with ropes. They had scaffolds and things up there. And imagine yourself trying to hold back a small jet engine. The force of that flame, the velocity of that flame, I'm told, is 4,000 feet per second. Miles per hour, I can't tell you. But it's awfully fast. And it is. It's recoil that you're having to hold.
Someone actually holding it?
Yeah, oh yeah, by hand.
And there's one of the slices, the deli slices.
Yep, there it is. That's the, oh, now we got two rail saws. That's 64-inch diameter. It sure looks like it. That probably is that 64-inch diameter blade.
That's the bigger one.
I hadn't seen that yet.
And that just cuts through this rock like butter, I guess,
Yep,
huh?
now look. You see how they got that frame all bolted up there?
Right.
All right. I'll bet you by next week, that will look good. Yep.
That's the Welcome Center
Yeah, we're almost a mile away from there.
and the museum.
See, the saw is tracked. Go this way, back and forth, in and out.
Amazing.
Well, I don't like to rub it in, but I do like to say it's some of the most beautiful country that I've seen. I've been doing this for 19 years. And I've followed this thing for a long time.
And did you grow up here?
Well, you have to explain that because I don't grow up. I refuse to do that.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I said growing up. Grow old, you haven't had an option there. But growing up is another story.
Right.
Yeah, I was born in South Dakota. I'm a native here.
Okay.
And lived here when I was a youngster, so it's kind of nice to come home.
Yes.
Is it very expensive, the real estate here? It's such a
Getting
beautiful
that way.
place.
Oh yeah, getting that way. I know you folks are from California.
We're from Georgia.
Oh, okay, I know you're from
Thank you so
California
much.
because I
Yes,
saw
sir.
you sign those tickets. But yeah, we had that other couple that was supposed to come up were from California. But this is an honorable and noble thing that Korchak chose to do. And I've been following it for so many years now, it's just kind of part of my daily life anymore.
Right.
And I like it. I enjoy it. I'm firmly in the belief that it definitely will be done. Everybody wants to know when it'll be done. Well, as soon as we build the rest of the campus for the university and the medical center, put that feather on top of the head,
There you go.
then it's done.
This is great.
So, who's got the camera? Let me see which one you got. What do you got for a lens on that one?
I got a longer one and
No, we don't want longer. We want short.
short.
18, that'll do it. I'll see. I'll take this. All right. Well, it's been nice, folks. I'll see you.
Can you take our picture?
It's
I might
true.
put you on green mode. You know, green is
Yeah, green is does everything for
all
you.
good. Stand right here. I'm gonna get you some photos too.
Sure, thank you.
You need to step out about 3 inches here. No, you stay right there. Come out just a little bit. Kind of look up a little bit. There, you get your face in the sun. That's it. There you go. We don't want shadows.
Can
Seen a few of these, you know.
can he use your camera to take my pictures? Because I can't shut this off.
Yeah.
And then you can give them to me if you'll be so kind.
Sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm over at the state penitentiary, P.O. Box.
Cell number? You want to do the same thing. Turn this way.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
We want the sun coming at you from that angle.
Thank you.
Holy cow.
Go tickle his chin.
Oh, that'd be cute. Yes.
All right, we'll look at that.
Yes.
Holy cow.
The rain and the fog.
Yep. You see the difference in coloration. Crazy Horse Mountain has more iron in it and also more feldspar. Feldspar and iron are what create the darker, more earth-like colors, earth-tone colors. If you've been to Rock Form, these are very pale gray. It's just a difference between two different formations that are less than 20 miles apart. Now you might notice the cable's going up there to his nose. We do have measuring instruments up there that monitor the stability of the rock. So far it's been very stable.
But it does look like there could
know, you did feel it, touch it, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, because you can feel how smooth that torch can act.
I just also want to say something.
See, we use a compound they call log jam. It's the same type of material they use in log homes to chink in between the logs. And we did add a coloring to it to give it a little bit more of
There's lots of it.
a match. But you see how smooth that is? This will expand and contract the same relationship to the rock, so it won't separate.
How old was Crazy Horse again when he perished?
We believe he might have been around 34 years old, but we don't
Oh,
know
a young
exactly.
fella, yeah.
Yeah, he was a young man.
He died on my birthday, September 6th. That was the other guy's birthday too.
Chuck's birthday, yeah.
Okay.
And it also, the coincidence of those two dates, for what the native people believed was an omen, man being born on the same date that their hero passed away, died.
Maybe she's in the spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Really cool. So Tom's a geologist. What is all these rocks? Hornblende?
Little flakes of mica.
Yeah, mica tourmaline is the black, of course, and then this is your feldspar here. It does have a kind of a reflective surface to it because it's brittle and it tends to shatter, kind of like safety glass in a window of your car. So you will see areas of this might shine one second and not the next.
And the black is
Tourmaline.
tourmaline.
Tourmaline is a crystal. Usually if you find it in its pure form, it's an octagonal crystal.
It's like rods. That's what kind of depends. This is a cross section, and this is like
The tourmaline has some industrial applications. Feldspar is used in making glassware and things.
And these little streaks
that's the grout.
are out to fill in. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Magnificent. Just magnificent. No idea.
Just beautiful.
I actually clicked on it and stopped. There was no work being done. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see it.
Well, if there was work being done right now, we wouldn't be up here.
Yeah, but I mean, I just thought maybe it had just stalled the project.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. There's a lot of people still running.
Lots is still running.
That they're still involved. Carry that dream.
Yeah, we're starting to get some storms. It's getting rain for tomorrow. Usually rain means lightning and lightning means
Yeah.
Not up here.
not up here.
Everybody out of the pool.
You named it.
Everybody out of the pool and off the golf course.
That's right.
Just fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna close it right here. Here's some of the staircases leading up to the top. And we're gonna get back in the van. Very nice. I hope you enjoyed it. This was the tour of the top of the Crazy Horse, a construction project still in the works. And what can I say? Speechless. And this is the architecture. He's passed away now. That's the gentleman that's responsible for it.
And right next to that is the rose bed.
And that was his wife. And they had 10 children.
Get on the reservation.
Okay, I'm gonna close it off right here.